Hey, Axis and Allies players, the good captain here. Welcome to this game of Axis and Allies 1914, played against a human opponent. This will be a review of France turn 1 and UK turn 1, followed by my playthrough of Ottoman turn 1. But before I get into this, just to touch up on the first video, I made a comparison between players that I have played against in Anniversary Edition and related it to the current opponent, and that was strictly the effect it had on me as a opponent of theirs. It didn't have anything to do with any commonalities between these two games. These are very I might make an argument in my video even that if you never played Axis and Allies, you'd have a smaller learning curve when you played 1914. There's a lot to get over. There's so much different between any other version of Axis and Allies and this that it's almost an apples and oranges comparison. So that was just a comment around risk and how most of the opponents I have played against and myself deal with it versus another way of looking at Axis and Allies. And that risk is part of the game. Some opponents take that and run with it. But okay, so anyway, France purchases 8 infantry, and French West Africa moves Gold Coast. Spanish Morocco gets taken. Yes, absolutely. Tunisia loads up and activates Portugal. Battleship comes down. The French fleet rams the Austrians. The French push up in France. There they go. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, and then combat. So the battle in C-Zone 17. French make a hit. Austrians make a hit. And then the French clean up and the Austrians pop the French cruiser. So goes to France. That's about it. Okay. The UK purchases 5 artillery and 1 fighter, obviously trying to stay within the limits of the India restriction, so all 6 and then yeah, save 4. Okay, so yeah. Powering up the India army. Okay, and then we see some containment down in Africa. And I think, sorry, I just look at the end result, so I'm kind of, okay, you know what, I'm just going to skip to the end because I know what it looks like at the end. So the Canadian transport brings British down into French West Africa. It looked like this in South Africa, and then the British reinforce Mesopotamia here. Combat ensues to try to clear Mesopotamia. So this is a 54 or 55% chance of take for the British. They miss. The battleship should not have bombarded, but it doesn't matter, it missed. So yeah, and then the Ottomans hit back. The battleship doesn't bombard because it's a contested zone for anybody steeped in the aforementioned normal core Axis and Allies games. So that's it, and then we place. Okay, so now we get to the Ottomans, and here I'm just going to have to just step off my ladder here and say I can't speak with too much or any authority here. I get the restriction is fairly simple, 6 units, but the knock-on effects of this, I do not know. It's almost a guarantee that I'm going to be playing the Ottomans in some inefficient way. If I haven't stacked any games with this. This is my first game with this. This is a pretty significant change to this area of the board, so I'm not clear what advantages or disadvantages exist, you know, from this implication here. So I'm sure I just don't take anything I say with any authority. It's or take anything I say with authority with a massive grain of salt. I know at normal, like stock play for me, for the Ottomans, I think should be to stack Mesopotamia, because you know the hand of God comes through India essentially, and you got to kind of be ready for it. If you do a decent job, you can really delay the British fairly significantly. I mean, almost, if not probably into turn 10 before they get into Constantinople. If that even. Sometimes you can extend it beyond that. So, with that out of the way, I'm not sure what else to do but this. We're just gonna try something, you know, have some fun. Have some fun. Let's see, 8, 9 pieces. That should be 3. That's not actually 100%, is it? Let's take a look. Yeah, far from it. That's everything in the kitchen sink, and it's 71%. Tub is positive, though. Yeah. I'm going to take both of these boats and ram the mine. The reason I took both is because if one of the cruisers gets blown up, it spikes. It still spikes the Italian transport for a turn, keeping Albania out of the fight. Yeah, but you know, again, I'm sorry, I'm second guessing every move because I'm not sure what the best thing to do is, but like now I'm sort of second guessing this Smyrna move. Let's see, it's not 100%. What's there to glean? I don't know. Let's just skip. No, we don't want to attack. Cleaned it out. Okay. Ouch. All right. Much fun. Okay, so that's it. Combat. Yeah, so I guess you could say that Ottomans scored par and then, or what did, let's just take a look. Technically the Ottomans rolled up, but you know, we just needed the quote-unquote average roll. The centerline bell curve being something around 67% anyway, so we were a little above it. Yeah, we rolled par, above par, didn't really matter as long as we hit par, and then the Russians and the British scored a 1.5 positive. So, but you know, that washes out given all the other the Entente attacks in that territory. So, okay, yada yada yada. Thanks for watching this. All the best from the good captain, and bye bye.